Alright, we're back with more Raging Loop. Last time we died to a werewolf. We got a key of knowledge, it's time to loop. Oh, what is that? Game over. The worst font ever, man. This shit looks like a V. Bad ending number 2. Watch hint corner? Now, we don't need a hint, but it might be like Fate, where there's like an Iliad corner, where it's not really just a hint, they're just talking to you. So let's just try it out. We'll see if it... Yeah, see, it's like the Iliad corner. Or Tida's Dojo, that's what it's called in Fate. So it's been so long. Hello, sheep. He's just vibing, dude, smoking a cig. I don't believe them anymore. Honestly, since that girl's a real character, sheep might actually be a real character, low-key. They're 4D beans. Maybe that means the girl in the game is actually also like the same girl talking in the menu, and they know it's like a game or something. Something super meta like that. Give some helpful advice. Okay. Yeah, we literally had no choice. I was trying to go as far as we can without dying once, but he didn't even give us a chance, man. I noticed that too when I looked at the chart. Unless you get the 20 key to get the real option to split. Alright, just because it's you sheep, I'll allow you to explain again, even though I don't need it. Yep. Gotta grind it out. Gotta fill up the key ring. Oh. Oh. That's cool. So he's kind of like Rita like that, so he does remember. I guess he even remembers his death, so better than Rita. That's cool. Well, Rita remembers her deaths too, just unless she gets drugged. Ah, spoilers by the way, sorry. People don't know. I'm not even on a name drop who Rita, what Rita's from. And I'm not talking about Ritako from Raging Loop, because I don't know what she does. And you can always just look at the chart to see where it branches on which, so like where you can farm keys, you know. Oh, that's interesting. So there are bad endings that don't give you a key. I guess that made sense, because not every bad ending will be relevant knowledge, I guess. I mean, maybe we'll see everything. Toilet Man's End. It's funny. I mean, what hints can they even give you then in the corner? If it's all just like, yeah, just, you didn't have the key, so go find the key, idiot. True. I wonder who dies though, or a woman dies. I still think it's the journalist, but I guess we'll see. kind of sucks because I like her. But then there's an option like all the way back where that routes off. So maybe there's like a route where she doesn't die. Also, I'm just implying it's the journalist. It could be someone else. Either way, I guess I'll be sad since we don't really know the characters much yet. Yeah, that made sense. I mean, I guess that's how it would work. For the key mechanic to actually make sense. I want a nice street like that. Just avoiding keys and just going all the way until we max out. That sounds like fun. Okay. Oh, that's funny. Not to where that choice matters. I guess that would be too easy. And sometimes the keys don't align, I guess. The ultimate playthrough. Read through everything every time you die. That'll increase the length of this game by like 10 times. Yeah, see, this is the one with key 20, and key 2's over here. But there's also another thing here. Wait, no, this is what we unlocked with 2. And then there's the Giga question. Oh yeah, this is like if you should go in the outhouse at all. You need 4 keys. What do they think I'm made of, man? Alright. Thank you, sheep. Like, who could this be? It sounds kind of old, though. It might be the old lady. But no, she's alive. Or maybe it's the werewolf themselves baiting. And they can use voice... Did I say... I think I said that last time. They use, like, changeling voices to bait people out. Boom. Keep still. Fuck other people. I don't know any of these guys. I mean, honestly, if I was in the situation, I would just listen to Shammy. Like, I'm not a brave person. Unless it's like, oh my god, it's that person I know, then maybe I'd go out. But for randoms in a creepy-ass village that doesn't care about you, I'm chilling. What was that? It sounded like someone's life was in danger. It meant something dangerous was nearby. Wait, I couldn't be rash. The world didn't have many things that logic couldn't explain. Like the existence of murderers. But until I saw the source of the scream myself, it was nothing but a source of fear. Okay, so this is him remembering what happened. Or maybe not. Did I misread it? I reached to open the door, but something stayed my hand. It was my promise to Jimmy. Not the memory of the werewolf killing you? But that scream just now was very real. It wasn't normal. I had to assume the situation was dangerous and maybe I could help if I went out. Kinda sucks that whenever you click off the screen it minimizes the game. It wasn't normal. I had to assume the situation was dangerous and maybe I could help if I went out. But that meant endangering myself. Yeah, self-survival in this situation, man. I was no saint and I had no plans to rectify that. If there was something that could get me to walk out, it would be curiosity. My curiosity had won me over many dangers thus far. But right now, it was weaker than my fear and risk of death. Smart man. Why? Because I already knew. Werewolf. Shit, what the hell were these memories? There we go. It wasn't a premonition or a dream or anything else that vague. My brain recognized it as something I'd experienced, or recognized it as something I'd experienced. But how? After all, I was still alive and the time from those memories had yet to come. Was I a precog or something? By God, I swear I'd never experienced anything like this before coming here. And why did the memory come back to me at this particular moment? Regardless, that overwhelming fear, and the pain and death that followed were exactly what waited for me if I opened this door. I couldn't feel more certain of that. The thoughts rendered me unable to move, immobile. I stood still, completely certain that I'd lost my chance to leave. I wasn't childish enough to sneer at selfish decisions, but this still didn't feel good. Not to mention, I was upset at myself for not being able to act like me and just went out simply because I was curious. I didn't even feel saved. Until that moment. Suddenly, the door began to shake. This place had a handle on the outside, and someone was pulling on it hard. Werewolf. There was a lock, and sure, but there was only so much it could take before it broke. I prepared to pull on it from the inside. That's a good idea, to make them fall in and try to juke them or hit them or something, but I don't think that'd work with a werewolf. Yeah. Follow the protocol. They're just probing for information. What would happen if I did? Whatever was outside would instantly know I was here. Even if I protected the door, the thing had lots of other ways of hurting me. How? What are the other ways? Just breaking the whole house down? But what if it didn't know about me and was just weirded out by this randomly locked toilet? It's just prodding. Chill. What if I didn't show a hint of fear to what it was doing? Would it just leave? I chose to just wait and see. Once again, someone pulled the door, shaking the structure as a whole. I gulped down a scream and focused on the lock. If it broke, it'd be over for me. Over as in I'd be dead. That kind of over. That was what that memory told me. I was powerless back then and even more so now. Assuming I tried to fight back, what would work? I had heard that teeth were the hardest part of the human body, so maybe I could bite. That's true, and biting probably does work well on a human, but I think against the wolf, if it was like, if I had to fight back and it was on top of me, I'd try to like poke its eye out or something like that. I don't think biting its arm is gonna be enough for something like that big. Human though, biting's goated. I'd tear whatever it was apart with my teeth. I'd bite it to death. I don't think you want to get in a biting conversation with a werewolf. Think we lose those. I gathered my wits and chilling intent, grinding my teeth. I glared at the door. How long had it been? The sound suddenly stopped. For all I knew, it might have been a ploy to make me drop my guard. I slowly counted 500. If nothing happened in that time, I assumed it went away. 1, 2... I'm joking. There are no screams or attacks after that. But the silence around me improved my perception, and I heard strange noises every now and then. Breathing, growling, claws on the ground. Basically, I felt a beastly presence. So that thing actually existed here? Was it what the mist brought here from Saranaga? The wolf is coming. Did they all know about this? Yeah, I mean, the villagers clearly did. We don't know what it is, though, yet. I know, like, the whole werewolf thing, and it's, like, coated all over everywhere, but what if it's, like, not a werewolf? I know that sounded insane, but it has 3 eyes, you know? It might be something else. Who knows? Gotta keep an open mind. Don't trust anything. Except for the... Actually, do I have anyone fully cleared? I had a list, but now I forgot what it was. It wasn't a real list. I was just memeing. Should I try and learn anything in a place like this and not know anything scared me? Trusting my prescience or deja vu or whatever it was, I chose to stay quiet and wait. I'd find out everything tomorrow. I just had to make it through the night and then talk to Chiemi. And if it was something I couldn't solve, I'd just run away. Thankfully, my bike repairs were going well, but I'd be leaving even if it didn't work. I'd walk to Kami Fujiyoshi if I had to. Unlike Yasumizu, they might have had reliable means of transport. It is the bigger part. For now, I just had to stay awake and make it through the night. We did it! On a Tuesday. I never liked seeing the night gradually turn brighter as the morning arrives. I'd have blackout curtains, man. My room's always dark if I don't have lights on. Well, kinda. There is still like a little light that peeks through, but nothing like abrasive that would wake me up. It always made me feel like shit, like I just done something harmful both for my body and a human being in general. I found it natural to spend the night asleep and welcome the morning well rested with a smile. I never expected to feel so much gratitude for the morning light leaking through the door of an outhouse. I felt like the beasts had been out and about the whole night. Naturally, the high humidity here had made my clothes all wet and sticky. It was unpleasant, but even trying to move them and make it more comfortable for myself felt like a matter of life and death. Maybe it was a good thing I couldn't relax, but how it was exhausting in more ways than one. When I heard Shiemi shout, "Harauti-san" in the distance, I was so overcome with relief I almost fell to my knees. If this turned out to be a trick and I opened the door to see some wolf with a chew collar in its mouth lunging at my throat, I'd just give up and let it have me at that point. Yeah, that'd be a masterful bait, honestly. Just take it. With that in mind, I opened the door. I expected to see the same picturesque village I'd seen yesterday, so what I actually saw shocked me pretty hard. It's all fucked up. What the hell is up with this thick mist? Still misty. I couldn't see shit. It was like the entire area was consumed by it. Did someone line every inch of this place with dry ice or something? Yeah, it's just a prank, bro. I could hear Shiemi, but not see her. I'm alive! There might be a corpse outside. Watch out. I heard a wet sound and finally saw a silhouette within the mist. We'll see. Not in the patties. I walked up and saw exactly what I expected. A girl struggling to free one of her legs stuck deep in the paddy field. You know what else that sound can be? Sorry, I'm still thinking. It could be that a woman is a werewolf. And that was her transforming. And that's why she was crying out. So if you don't see a corpse today, or like someone isn't missing, because maybe they wouldn't show us an outsider a corpse, obviously. They'd probably clean it up. Then there's like two options of it being like mimicry or someone turning into a werewolf. Or someone just died and they're either hiding it or we'll see it. I think I'm cooking right now. I'm caffeined out of the wazoo right now. You're a big girl, you can do it. I tugged her hand and braced my legs. That was enough to help her, but she lost her balance and... Despite how close we were now, this wasn't the least bit romantic. Well, you got her in a headlock, dude. I don't think we're gonna tell anyone about our death memories or whatever. I definitely remembered a time where I was far from alright though. I had no idea what that was about, so I didn't see any reason to mention it. And I heard it's a beast with maybe 3 eyes. Shiemi's expression immediately darkened and she clearly knew what I was referring to. I'm interested too. She fell silent, clearly uncomfortable. It was pretty ominous. Okay. Shiemi gave me her hand. I took it, but I didn't feel the least bit excited about this. Yeah, bro. I think it's normal to like someone like just because you're holding someone's hand doesn't mean you're instantly like feeling giddy, right? In a serious situation like this. She led me down the path to the school dorm. Yeah, we survived this time. Warm futon man. Did she? I don't know, she died. If it's someone's died, it has to be the reporter. Someone who doesn't know what the fuck's happening, right?
そうか。皆さん僕より先に動いてたみたいだな。
逆によく耐えれたな。寝てたの？
寝られるか。いつ出ていいかわからないからずっと起きて待ってたよ。ちえみちゃんに呼ばれてようやく。
Smart man.
起きてたんですか?
Yeah, Tsunade-kun made it sound like that was weird.
いや、あのトイレで寝てごらん。横になるどころか座れもしないぜ。いや、そうじゃなく。
We're built different. Like literally. We can literally loop our deaths. We're built different. I really hate when people just trail off like that. It makes me way too curious. I kind of agree with them on that. Well, they live here. This is their dorm, no? Or, okay, that's what he meant. Just waiting out here, waiting for Haru. A lookout. Okay, it's making it sound like there is a corpse, so maybe my theory of transformation's wrong. Thought I was cooking. But it kind of made sense, like, because I'm thinking of the long con, but if she dies here, like, if we get those 4 keys and we actually, like, leave the outhouse, maybe we can, like, there's a future where she's alive or something. Because I'm sure they're gonna utilize most of these characters. That's the good thing about looping games, you know, multiple routes, multiple bad end games, and, you know, obviously talking about Higurashi, talking about, like, 999 and BLR. You definitely get, like, a lot of the cast more. Like, you can have a huge cast, but still explore, like, a lot of their backstory compared to other stories where time is more precious. So that's a cool thing. Sometimes it's a little too much though. Not more for like 999 and VLR. I felt Higurashi it's fine because they're all like goated characters, but if there's like characters you don't like and you kind of just see them a bit too much, but it goes well with the genre is what I'm trying to say. It's kind of cool. So someone actually, I mean, I would say no, but this guy's also super curious, so like in real life, obviously it's important. The invisible and unknown were way scarier than anything else. Not to mention, I could already smell something foul. I lightly moved them aside and walked up to the so-called scene. Oh god, that outline is kind of crazy. Like a pile of flesh. There was a corpse. It was in such a horrible state, it was hard to recognize it as human. Oh man, is it actually gonna be unidentifiable? But there's not like the village is pretty smallish, so you kind of know immediately anyways. Imagine this is what you would have gotten if you overturned a butcher's cart. That was how thoroughly the victim was disassembled. Oh, so the butcher would have had to deal in entrails. Enough of that comparison. Straining my eyes to look through the thick mist, I could actually make out some human parts within the vast sea of blood or mountain of death. It does look crazy from that line, you know, you got a foot there. Probably like the fucking kidney there, arm there. It's just a pile. It's actually pretty gruesome. While just being an outline, so that's cool. Hands, torn clothing, hair, and a shoulder bag. What's a shoulder? Oh, shoulder bag. I was like, oh, what part of the body's that? No, it's a purse, man. How professional. She kept hold of her interviewing tools even while running for her life. Didn't do her odds of survival any favors though. Yep, so does the reporter journalist. It really could only be her if someone was dead. No, she was hot. Don't worry, we'll save you one day. Just not for a while, because we need a shit ton of keys. Despite the body's state, it wasn't hard to tell that the victim was Hisako Mamiya, the small-time food journalist. That thing. Did it come to me once it was done murdering her?
これはひどい。
大丈夫？吐き気とか。
Shimmy was standing a short distance away, looking at nothing in particular. Also, maybe the guy was wondering why we didn't sleep, because maybe they're still suspicious we're, whatever that monster is that hates people's appearances, or just act like humans. And I wonder if those are different than werewolves.
吐くものもないし、まあ慣れてるんで。
Because you ate all my fucking lunch the day before, or dinner. Yeah, I guess that's a blessing in disguise.
春明さん、そっち系の学部だっけ？
まあ一応医学系。
え、すごい。検視とかできる？
That's cool.
医学系ってのは医学部以外の類似学部生が見え張って使う表現さ。まあ
True.
病理解剖なら何度か見たけど。
Pathology analysis. I mean, that's a very helpful skill to have here. If you can do some corpse work. I crouched down and put my hands together. Then, grimacing at the harrowing reek of blood, innards, and especially digested food, I brought my face closer. Perhaps I could learn something from this? I could, even if it wasn't much. This corpse wasn't split into pieces. The limbs were still connected, but they were folded in an unnatural way and looked really flattened. They were either crushed or bent with no regard to bones or muscle position. Then her whole body had been torn apart. The innards were particularly badly damaged. The words wolf down felt like the best way to put it. Okay, good one, dude. That's funny. I found it hard to describe. This wasn't my job, so there wasn't much I could tell about it without touching it.
何がどうなってるのかわからない程度には常軌を逸した傷だよね。
No, it just tore her apart, man. I had an urge chat that this seemed inhuman, but I kept myself from saying that.
とにかく
I mean, they all know about it, anyways.
プロに任せよ
Always a smart answer, by the way, but it won't matter here. I said something any good citizen would, but for some reason they didn't seem to agree.
春明さん、警察は来ないんだ。
They used to come, but when they found out we had a rampant werewolf problem, they're like, "Fuck that! We're not paid enough to do this shit."
そんなことはないでしょ。人が死んでるんだし。
来ないんだ。
She's also she's like a B-list celebrity, right? That could make headlines.
じゃあ避難しよう。
それも無理なんだ。
Okay, then why?
どうし
Then
て
you just say something.
バイクもあるし、この人たちが乗ってきた車だって。とにかく、不採取さんで生存者は全員見つかったはずだから、一度食堂に移動しましょう。
はるちゃんは僕らが連れてくぞ。そっちはお願い。
Urgency meeting?
春明さん、行こ
なあ、ちゃんと説明してくれないか。
う。悪いけど精神的に無理。自分で見て勝手に理解して。
Why can't they leave? I don't know. Obviously, it's not dangerous. Otherwise, they wouldn't be out and about right now. The mist is kind of fucking us up a bit, though. But I think it's just maybe they struck I don't know, a deal with the police where they won't be involved in matters like this. They're not even on the map, to be fair. I mean, obviously, they're probably trying to keep the werewolf problem inside. It was the first time Chimmy had acted so harsh with me. I was pretty irritated myself, but it must have been worse for them. They actually had info on what was happening here.
無神経だったよ。
Chimmy said nothing more and just silently walked off. I followed after her. When we reached the plaza, I instantly understood what she said about evacuating. The bike and the van were both completely destroyed? Okay, well, that explains that. Bro, it destroyed my bike. We were working hard on that. -1 days of work. We could have been investigating. The ladder was in particularly bad state. The front window was broken, all 4 tires were flat, etc. My bike was on its side, and its front fork was broken. Well, it was basically scrap metal now. Fuck. There's a rock right next to it. Guess we had our weapon. The werewolf rocked it? That sounds weird. If it can rip off a human, I think it could probably rip off a vehicle well. Actually, maybe that's not true at all. I don't know. And there were more remains inside the van. Oh no! The bid camera guy died too. Looked like an enormous mountain of flesh and bone. Yeah, rip this guy. If I didn't know about Yudai Hashimotoshi, I'd have assumed there were 2 or 3 corpses in there. Damn, even this guy couldn't take down the werewolf? Mr. Mountain?
橋本さん
Shimmy slowly nodded. I know we'd lost not only 2 lives, but any means of transportation as well.
あれ見て。
She pointed at a wooden electrical pole. The line was gently torn apart with no hope of repair.
よその電線は生きてるけど、食堂のは電話線ごとやられた。外には連絡できないよ。
Oh yeah, the only phone in the town is fucking here. Oh my god, that's crazy. So that's why they're saying they weren't allowed. I thought it was like some big rule or something, but no, they literally just can't contact anyone, and we just can't leave. That sucks. Took out my own phone, it worked, but the battery was almost dead, and like before, it was out of range. The situation had become even harsher than before.
これも見て。
Chimmy walked a few steps away. I followed after. There was a large boulder. It was tall enough to reach an average roof, and there were drawings on it. Oh yeah, I do not know what that is. Kind of looks like eyes, kinda. A crimson symbol of some sort. What did it represent? At first it looked like an incoherent mess of lines. However, I soon realized there was a pattern. Yeah, it's like swirls kinda. And they're both the same shape, just this one's bigger and pointed differently, but it's like almond shaped with a swirl. So that's why it kind of looks like a pair of eyes. Especially if you rotate this horizontally. See? Horizontal it does look like just eyes. Felt like a calling card for some street danger. That too. The werewolf gang sends their regards. Stop bringing outsiders into this. We don't like them in our territory. From what I could tell, the basis was a warp diamond shape with a spiral inside. There are 2 of them. Or, yeah, maybe 2 people died, so they did 2 symbols. They seemed to be drawn in blood, but it wasn't nearly as disturbing as the bizarre shape.
狼が2匹、村に紛れ込んだ。
Oh.
戦わなきゃいけない。
I wonder if that means that 2 of the villagers, or the people in the village, like changeling shit, like they either got kidnapped or killed and werewolves are taking their place. I have no idea who to suspect because we don't really know anything about anybody right now, right? Jimmy made a quiet declaration. Well, I can suspect the little kid because she's just sus, and the white-haired woman. Actually, this will be a great chance to see what's up with her, if she's here or not, because all the survivors are gathered here, right? Apparently, this settlement had been invaded by something malicious, and it was intelligent enough to rid it of all means of escape or contacting out. That's very, yeah, it's human-like intelligence, cutting the phone lines and shit, right? Oh, power line, but same thing in this situation. I could understand that much, but it didn't make sense to me. This wasn't some isolated island. There was the cliff, sure, but you could still go down to Saranaga or go to Kamifujiyoshi. I'd asked about that next time I had the chance. Why can't you just walk there? I mean, it's interesting.
ごめん。
ん？
気が立っちゃってごめん。春明さんだってきついでしょうね。
We're actually taking it like fairly well, to be honest. I'd probably be way more scared, or like a normal person would. But we're the protagonist of a horror-themed story. We don't get scared, or we do, but not as much as the normal person.
まあ気にしないでいいよ。所詮僕はよそ者だ。
そんなの言わないで。
ああ、言い方が悪かった。 よそ者ゆえにルールがまだわからないからもう少し静観するってこと。
Yeah. We're chilling. Let me gather keys and then we'll save the whole village, alright? Just a couple hours of dying, you know?
疲れちゃいるけど多分普通の人よりは動揺はしてないと思うからおとなしくしとこうってね。きっと他のご年配方はもっと殺気立ってるだろうし。
春明さん、本当にただの大学院生？
No, we're built different. We're literally special.
そうでなきゃ。
But yes, just from a perspective, this guy, he does seem emotionally weird. Or just super rational, I guess. Yeah, maybe it's less like, he's less emotional, but it's more just, he's just super rational about stuff.
なんか異様に落ち着いてない？まるでこういう室に慣れてるみたい。
Hmm.
多分大事な神経が何本か切れてるのさ。
The small dining hall was jam-packed with people. Hello, I lived. I'm also not a werewolf. I could be wrong too. There just might be like 2 werewolves around and it's not anybody disguised.
おはようございます。大
Guess
変な
we'll
こと
see.
になったみたいですね。
ごめんなさいね。ちょっと湯飲みが足りなくて。
Can't live without it.
いえ、お構いなく。
Nope. Good thing about us, we know we can 100% clear ourselves, probably. The Andra-Uribe boy menaced me.
いや、やってないよ。どうしてそうなるの？
What are you talking about, man? Plus, we were guided in. We didn't strut in. Whoa! Exposed. Man, I hadn't expected to be treated this badly. I did, honestly. If there is like a werewolf hidden amongst us, we're definitely prime suspect.
ガキが出る幕じゃねえっつってんだ。それにここじゃ迷惑だ。なあ、香織さん。
あのね、匠さん。とにかく落ち着いて。穏やかに。
大丈夫だ。
If we're going just off looks, though, Takumi does kind of look like a werewolf. He kind of has the look that he'd be a werewolf. I'm just saying. I'm not saying he is. He kind of looks like one, though. Shinai. Key? Question mark?
上松様に預けたわよ。2、3日前、お団を直すんじゃって。
Who?
姉ちゃん、いいか。
だって
Ah! Fuck. My theory is wrong, man. She's a real person. I thought she was like... I really expected her not to be at the meeting. And our guy will be like... One of the options is like, where's the white-haired girl? And they're like, who has white hair? Okay, so she's a real person. Which kind of freaks me out, but... Okay. Good to know. So we do know the whole cast. Along with the little girl. That was the woman. She wasn't just an illusion. Yeah, I'm surprised too, man. Umatsu-sama was her name, huh? I thought our eyes met for a second, but she just walked by me. Bah.
メイコちゃん。ちょっと
Meiko.
待っててね。
Kind of adorable. That girl was here too. Nosato, my boy. Deeper in there was Kiyonosuke Nasatoshi, clearly irritated by something. I mean, is this guy sus? And not too far away, there's the old man who cried wolf. Just like yesterday, it was hard to tell what he was looking at, let alone thinking. Bro looks like he's straight tweaking. They were the only ones sitting by the way. The others were all just idly standing around.
母さん、皆さん、戻りました。
はるちゃん、こっち。
The 3 students were here. With them, the settlement's entire population had gathered. As for the outsiders, the journalists were dead, while I and the mysterious turtle had survived. I didn't know the circumstances, but they probably had their reasons to be suspicious of me. I mean, I think that's just because you're the outsider. Suddenly, Chimmy said something unexpected.
リカ子さん、ちょっと待ってもらえる？
Ritako. So her name's still Ritako. Okay, since she's a real person, I'm gonna guess she does have that, like, meta vision or whatever. Like with the sheep guy. I think so. She stopped the girl who was about to go out to get some tea. Each villager seemed to call her differently, so I didn't know what to call her myself. Ritaku Umetsu, I'm guessing.
この人、久石春明さん。皿長でバイク事故に遭った人。
She knows. She saw us.
あ、どうも。
An introduction? Now, why?
こちら、植松里香子さん。回るに末で植松。珍しいでしょ？
Spin and end.
植松家の現当主様。
Okay. Mayor daughter. Literally Rita, by the way. Head of the village. We're part of the head of the village. Like one of the heads, like Rita. Obviously some sort of religious figure. I'm not bashing. I'm just saying. It's kind of funny that this replaced Higurashi.
植松里香子と申します。お見知りおきください。
Oh. So she was like a local celebrity, huh? Like Kiyonosuke, she's Nosato family?
あと、そっちのがメイコちゃん。名前がわかんないから、そう
It's
呼
a
んで
pretty good name. And she just goes, bah.
こんにちは。
Oh, I just realized it. Oh my god. I probably wouldn't have realized it if I didn't say ba aloud. What if she is the sheep? The sheep still ba. Wait, I'm cooking. And plus they're together. Hold on. The girl they call Mako trembled a bit and
あら、
she opened up, sprinted through the crowd to hide behind Ritako Umetsu. No, she didn't open up. She did the opposite.
で、なんだっつうんだ、チミ。
私は、久石春明さんを宴に呼ばないことを提案します。
But I'm hungry though. Felt a wave of perplexion go through the room.
ちい、買って言ってんじゃねえ。
Oh, everyone's pissed.
そいつが怪しいか怪しくねえかを宴で決めるんだろ。
For a werewolf or not? The expressions were stern and their words harsh.
違います。私は、彼がそもそも宴に参加する資格がないと言ってるの、匠兄ちゃん。
何言ってんだ、知恵ね。そいつが一番怪しいっつうの。
よし君、宴の支度した？
We didn't sleep. Maybe you need to sleep to to participate in the feast?
はあ？したよ。
Hold on, maybe you saved ourselves there?
しなかった人いる？
How was I supposed to react? No one else was raising their hands, but I had no idea what they were talking about. I'm guessing it's sleep. But again, no idea.
多分、はい。何のことかわからないんで。
宴の支度をしなかったから、あの二人は汚れを受けた。
Oh, the journalists?
でも、春明さんは受けていない。私は、
Ooh,
狼
Tammy.
様が彼を無視していると思ってる。
To be fair, I don't know if he wouldn't have ignored us if he saw him, but that's just because we followed our instructions. So I don't really get it. We'll see though. Utami-sama, as in Wolf-sama? Why the reverence, and what was she even talking about?
皿長から来た人ではあるけど、彼は本当にただ通り過ぎただけ。むし
I
ろ
wanna
宴
see
の
it,
邪魔に
man.
なる。
We need the info.
いえ、むしろ宴に混ぜれば、狼様の怒りを買って何が起きるかわからないとすら思う。
ばあちゃん、どう思う？
She looks perplexed.
あんたほんまに支度をせんと。
I don't know what that is, man.
ちなみに支度って？
みそぎ、物意味、夢
Oh, we didn't
まで
dream. We did shelter.
体を清める、 一つの建物に一人で閉じこもる。眠って夜明けを
No sleeping.
この3つ。
Ooh. Yeah, I was right.
じゃあ
Detective
守ってない
Aiden.
ですね。トイレに一人で入りましたけど、風呂も入らず一晩徹夜しましたから。
Boom. The place got all noisy. They probably didn't expect that answer.
わからんね。
Well, how are we gonna take a bath in the outhouse, man? Tai-san sounded genuinely puzzled. Built different, that is all.
リカコさん、
They were trying to open the door, though. I had no idea what kind of dynamics were at work here, but Chimmy asked for Rikato Umatsu's opinion.
私も
Alright,
賛成です。
guess that's good for us.
信内明神が裁かれ
Shinai.
ないのなら、この方は
We'll take it.
山の掟の拉致外に
Her words created even more commotion. Sorry, she talked so gentle and slow. We'll try to give her more time.
そういうことです。
I misread.
チエミ、分かってんのか。そいつを外すってことは。
That means one of you or two of you are evil.
大切な宴1日分、無駄な人をくくらずに済むね。
おやっさん、どうするんだ。
It was a roundabout, but in the end, once again, the one to make the final call was Kanzo Makishimashi.
こいつは宴から外す。
おやっさん、
じゃが
Can I watch? Staring directly at me, the old man walked through the gathering and approached me. Seeing him from up close, I realized just how big and burly he was. It was pretty typical of someone living in a place like this, but it felt out of place on someone his age. I mean, I said that as soon as he was introduced. Man is ripped. For like this, they said he was like 70 or something. His expression displayed both an inner strength to match his physique and a profound rage.
山の掟が通じねえなら、わしらの取り決めに従ってもらう。さもなくば、わしがてめえを殺す。
Alright, just give me a booklet with the rules and we will follow them, sir. He spoke slowly yet decisively. Man, this was uncomfortable.
ちょっと待て。彼が外されるというのならば、私やリカコさんも外していただ
Because
け
they're
んか
noble?
ね。
あ、なんでだよ。
Now everyone wants to get out.
我々は神藤吉の人間だぞ。さらなかの事情に付き合う必要はない。
Damn.
野里様、そうはいきません。宴の日にいりゃ、野里も上松も身車も樋口も
No loopholes for you.
関係ありませんです。
おっちゃん、その理屈だったら僕もやっすんもサボってよくなる？
愛着されたものは話は別だ。
Damn.
どうして今現在4家に属している者がこんなバカに付き合わなきゃならない。
No love for him, I guess.
あのよ、キヨ、
気安く呼ぶな、ムロ。
Well, you can call him a nickname, but he can't call you one?
付き合う義理はない。
Or actually, is his name Muro Takumi? Then I take it back.
いいえ、野里様。藤吉に住む者ならば
What's the feast, though?
義理がな皆等しく新内様の手のひらの上
Oh, someone's dying.
この
at
安水
least.
という皿の上に
しかし、
文句がありゃどこへでも行け。汚れで死ぬのが関の山よ。
Kiyonosuke, she eventually fell silent, and Rikato left to get the key, probably. She returned in no time, and everyone began leaving.
てめえは別の
Wait, I wanna watch.
はい。どこに行けば？
Just stay here.
匠、奥の檻
Cage?
使えるか。
Oh, his name is Muro? Okay, I take back that thingy
あ
for Kiyonosuke.
わかった。
The insult. I don't want to be in a cage, man.
あんた、こっちだ。
Everyone went to some hall near the village plaza while Takumi led me somewhere else. We made our way through the tall grass between the buildings. Can I just stay in the building, man? At a dead end next to wild trees and a rocky cliff, there's a large cage. It even had a roof and would have passed for a hut with a bit of work.
生け捕りにした獅子を入れとくような檻だ。悪いが、ここ
It's
に
kind
入
of
っといて
fucked
も
up.
らう。
拒否権はないってわけですか。
悪く思うな。みんなが宴をやってる間だけだ。そう長くはかからねえ。
詳しい話を聞くのも無理と。
Not yet, I guess.
ああ、そうだな。悪いとは思うが、宴に出んで済むだけで幸運と思ってくれ。
How was I supposed to feel that way if I didn't even know what the feast was? I can assume it's bad at least. I'd have asked, but he looked pretty irritated, probably because he wanted to get it over with, so I kept my mouth shut. The floor of the cage was mostly gravel, with spaces of wheat and other things littered about. There was a vague but very clear scent of beasts.
ここ横になっていいでしょうか。眠れるときに寝といた方が良さそうだ。
ずいぶんずぶといな、あんた。
Well, we're in a cage. Feel pretty safe if it can contain beasts.
単に臆病なだけ。死にたくないだけですよ。
That was why I abandoned those people. After Takumi-san locked me in and left, I laid down and closed my eyes. The ground was hard and it reeked pretty bad, but it was still an improvement over the outhouse. I should have taken the time to think about what the villagers had said about my strange memories and about how I could get the hell out of here. That was what I wanted to do, but I knew that I'd just be swept away by an unproductive spiral of regret if I went down that rabbit hole. Had I always been this admirable of a person? Another thing. For some reason, I felt like I'd spend the entirety of this time just watching the battle. So I decided that I'd focus on resting in preparation for what was to come.
みんな座りんさった。
Ooh, we'd get to see the feast without us being there. Also, new character. Who this, man? If someone's dying, that's prime candidate because she wasn't even introduced. I like the bow though. Bow fan. Anyways, we're gonna stop here before. Seems like a pretty good place to stop. Thank you for watching. We survived, and next time we'll watch what the feast is. Exciting stuff. But yeah, later.